Sawadee-krap. Hello and welcome to Daily Wisdom, Walking the Path with the Buddha. Today is our group learning program, and I'll be guiding you in a loving kindness meditation. After our loving kindness meditation, I'm going to open up to any and all questions that you have related to the path to enlightenment. Also, I would like to take a moment to just pause and say thank you to everybody and anybody who's been supporting what I do to share these teachings, and those of you that have contributed to our podcast. This is now the 1000th episode of our podcast, where we've had various students that have been participating in classes, asking questions and learning and growing, developing. We've had students that have actually been editing our podcast, helping us to be able to publish this content to all parts of the world through our podcast. So I'd like to just take a moment to say thank you to anyone and everyone who's either contributed to editing our podcast, to listening, to supporting our podcast through financial contributions and things of that nature. I'd like to just share a big thank you to everybody and anybody who's contributed in any way to help me to be able to share these teachings. So as I mentioned, I'm going to be guiding you in a loving kindness meditation session today. We're going to start with some chanting to ease into the meditation. Then I'm going to come in with some guidance on the breathing mindfulness meditation. There's going to be a brief period of time of quietness where we're just doing breathing mindfulness meditation. Then I'm going to come back in with the affirmations, the phrases for the loving kindness meditation, where you hear me say things like, may I be peaceful, safe, well, and free of discontentedness. You'd like to repeat those affirmations on the out breath. Then we're going to go back to breathing mindfulness meditation and back to the chanting. It's kind of like a loving kindness sandwich where you've got loving kindness in the middle. You've got breathing mindfulness meditation just outside of that, like the lettuce and tomato. And then the bread holding it all together, that's the chanting. So if you'd like to join in for today's meditation, you're welcome to pull up a meditation cushion or whatever it is that you usually like to use in order to meditate, whether it's seating, lying, or standing. These are the three positions that work really well with loving kindness meditation. And also keep in mind that as we're doing these affirmations, this is to transform your mind to be more loving and kind so that you can go out into the world and be loving and kind through your intentions, speech, and actions. While you hear me say things like, may mom and dad be peaceful, safe, well, and free of discontentedness, we're not trying to change other people through our meditation. In fact, that's impossible. You can't send people loving kindness. But what you can do is you can transform your mind so that now when you're around those people, you can be more loving and kind through your intentions, speech, and actions. And this is what's really going to transform your relationships. So pull up a meditation cushion or whatever it is you like. And if you'd like to join in the chanting, you're more than welcome to. And I'll come back in with the guidance afterwards. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Mahakawa Bhutang Mahakavanang Aphivateyami Savakato Mahakavata Tammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipano Mahakavato Savaka Sangho Sanghang Namami Namo Rasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Rasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Rasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Iti piso Mahakawa Arahang สัมมาสัมพุทโธวิชาจารณังสัมมุโนสกาโตโรกาวิตูอนุเตโรปุริสาดามาสติสัตตาตาวามนุสรังพุทโธภาควาติ Okay, with the lower body and hands and arms comfortable, and the upper body erect, just close the eyes and start breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Here you're just looking to establish the breath. Nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. Not forced or controlled, just a gradual inhale through the nose, experiencing the full breath. And then whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Your breath may not match up with the guidance that I'm providing, and that's okay. This is your practice. I'm just here for guidance. You can use this voice as a reminder that whenever you get to the next inhale, breathing gradually through the nose, developing a nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. And then whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose, experiencing the full breath. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the breath well established, start fixating the mind on the breath, either the sound of the breath coming into the nose or the sensation of air moving over the skin into the nose. The breath is the present moment. Fixate the mind on the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the mind fixated on the breath, whenever you notice that it moves off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. No need to observe the thought, label it, judge it, analyze it, or even try to figure out where it's coming from. Whenever you notice that the mind is moved off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. I'm going to be quiet now and let you do this work of focusing on the breath, cutting off and letting go anytime the mind moves off the breath. Then I'll be back with more guidance on loving kindness meditation. You have nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. No one needs you right now. This is your time to focus on the breath. Breathing in and out. Continuing to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Repeat these phrases in the mind on the out breath. May I be peaceful. May I be safe. May I be well. May I be free of all discontentedness and the suffering that it causes. May mom and dad be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness and the suffering that it causes. May my family, friends, co-workers, and neighbors all be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness and the suffering that it causes. May all those who have caused me harm be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness and the suffering that it causes. May all those who I have harmed be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness and the suffering that it causes. May all beings, wherever they reside, be peaceful. May all beings be safe. May all beings be well. May all beings be free of discontentedness and the suffering that it causes. Now return back to breathing mindfulness meditation, focusing on the breath, cutting off and letting go anytime the mind moves off the breath. Breathing in and out. Arahang Sama Sambuddho Emakewa Bhutang Mahakewanang Apivateyami Savakato Emakewata Tammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipano Emakewato Savaka Sangho Sanghang Namami Namo Arhasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Arhasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Arhasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Iti piso emakewa Arahang Samma Sambuddho Vicacaranang Sammuno Sakato Rokawito Anutero Purisa Dhamma Sati Satatawa Manusrang Bhutto Bhagavati. Okay, if you'd like to slowly make your way out of meditation, once again, welcome to all of you guys in our class today. Nice to see everyone here, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, or in Zoom. What I'm going to do here is just pause and see if you guys have any questions. If you'd like to ask anything related to the path to enlightenment, meditation, or any aspect of your practice, you're more than welcome to ask any and all questions that you like. If you're in Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom, you can put those into the comments section and I'll be able to see those. And if you're in Zoom, you can electronically raise your hand, unmute your microphone, and ask any and all questions you like that way. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions anywhere. So I'm just going to end by thanking all of you guys for joining. Thank you for your interest to practice the teachings of the Buddha. As you guys would like to learn, you're more than welcome to join our regular classes on Sunday, Wednesday, and Saturday. And then we have courses and retreats all throughout the month and all throughout the year. You're welcome to join any of these and get access to our books, audiobooks, videos, podcasts. You can get personal guidance. It's all available to you at no cost. So thank you again for joining, and perhaps I'll see you guys in a future class. Be well and take care. Sawadee krap. Thank you again for watching. Enjoy your meditation. Look forward to seeing you online and answering any questions that you might have. Thank you so much.